Hello everyone and welcome back to Monsters of the Past. As always, I'm your host Mr.G, and today we're talking about Stegosaurus' African cousin. It's the spiky lizard itself, Kentrosaurus. Kentrosaurus just means spike lizard, and it was a member of the Stegosaur family. It was an herbivore that lived during the late Jurassic in Tanzania, Africa. Kentrosaurus is around 15 feet long, making it only about a third the size of its more famous cousin. Kentrosaurus's plate arrangement differed from Stegosaurus in that while Stegosaurus had plates all over its back and had spikes on its tail, Kentrosaurus had plates at the front of its body and spikes on the back part of its body. Not to mention the fact that Kentrosaurus also had a spike on each of its front legs. All of these things, plus the fact that it was a herd animal, made Kentrosaurus a very well-protected animal considering its small stature. Kentrosaurus lived in the Tendaguru Formation, which could best be described as the African Morrison Formation, since nearly every animal from the Morrison Formation had an equivalent there. Kentrosaurus is also notable for the fact that it has a very similar name to the ceratopsid Centrosaurus, with both names just meaning spike lizard. In fact, at one point their names were considered so similar that there were plans to rename Kentrosaurus into something more distinct. However, it was eventually decided against due to the fact that both names are pronounced and spelled differently, so it was deemed an unnecessary name change. Now that we got that out of the way, let's look at the card. Well, at least this time, its head doesn't make me question if it's the wrong shape or not. But, there are two big errors on this card. One, it's lacking its shoulder spikes. And two, on the back of the card, its explanation to why people thought Stegosaurus had two brains was, completely wrong. The reason people thought that Stegosaurus had two brains was because there was what was thought to be nerve clusters in their hip bones. However, here, it claims that it was just because there was a hollow area. Also, this is just an aside, but, why are there two text boxes talking about the two-brain theory? Stegosaurus got that out of the way, and it's in only one text box. Actually, why are they even mentioning it here? They already mentioned it in the Stegosaurus card, so why do you need to bring it up again? Was there really that little about Kentrosaurus they could find they had to repeat information from the Stegosaurus card? I don't get it. But trust me, there are some cards that are far more blatant with their repeating of information. Just believe me. Also, I would just like to point out that on the back of the card, it's making a reference to drinks that are spiked. Found that a bit concerning for a children's card. Overall, because of the lack of shoulder spikes and the abysmal explanation for the two-brain theory, I give this card an 8 out of 10. Now let's look at some of Kentrosaurus' appearances in pop culture. Kentrosaurus appears in the Game Boy Advance game Jurassic Park 3 Park Builder. It then went on to appear in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, Jurassic World the game, and Jurassic World Evolution. Kentrosaurus appears in Ice Age 3 Dawn of the Dinosaurs, where it's oversized and has a neck that's too long. Kentrosaurus is an adoptable animal in the PC game Zoo Tycoon, and its sequel. Kentrosaurus appears in Land Before Time 7. And finally, Kentrosaurus appears as a tameable animal in the video game Ark Survival Evolved. That's all for this episode of Monsters of the Past. Join me next time when I talk about the Listerine lizard. Bye!